Welcome to Area 51 Raceway and Hangar 1 Speedway. So today we are discussing the Midget Madness 2024 proxy rules. So we're going to do another Midget Madness, as it really turned out really a good turnout for last year, and we had some really unique builds that really surprised me, and it was a lot of fun, so I'm going to do it again. So the date for the Midget Madness that we set for that basically, to send in your cars and stuff. So we set the date for December 14th, 2024. The mail-in deadline is December 13th, so you need to have your car here by December 13th or I will not run it. So with that being said, we're going to go over what model kits are approved. And right here we have two model kits, which is the Atlantis Midget Racer and the Monogram Midget Racer. These are the only two approved kits we're going to use for this event. Now let's talk about the scratch building materials, obviously. So Slot Car Corner has a new narrow bracket for the long cam motor, and this is the bracket that we're going to use. If you use anything wider, it's not going to work, so this is the only bracket that I want used, so that makes it easier to build these. Then of course, Slot Car Corners are approved guide tongues that we have. For basically, these are showdown guide tongues, so you can use a narrow one or a wide one, totally up to you. Now, chassis construction will be piano wire or brass. So as you can see, I used piano wire here, and I believe this is brass, and that's basically how the construction is, what we're going to go with. And you're allowed to use any axle, so basically any axle diameter, which would be 1/8 or 3/32. You're welcome to gear it any way you want to. Preferable gearing for here at the oval is 927 or 928. But you can, if you want to do something different, you can. It's allowed. And basically, it's all about the modeling. We want the midget to look like basically what the model art is, or what they looked back then. Now, I am going to allow one thing which really made it entertaining, which is themed midgets. So, for example, if you want to enter a themed midget, you're welcome to do so. If you want to make a vintage midget, you're welcome to do so also. The theme midgets really kind of hit it off with Jeff Greco was the first one to come up with opening the box and see a Mario character in there, and then it went to Elvis, and then it went to Batman from Harry from Home Racing World, which was super cool. So I encourage you guys, if you want to do a theme one, that's perfectly fine. I'm letting that, I'm allowing that again, because that turned out to be a lot of fun, and I got surprised, and it was really cool. So now we're going to talk about the tire part of this. All right, let's talk about tires and wheels, which I should have said wheels as well besides tires, because you do need the wheel. Now here we have our selection of wheels that I'm allowing. So we are allowing the CBD 0692. So this is a 1/8 axle with rib, obviously, and this is a Steely wheel. And then we have the CBD 0690, which is a 3/32 axle, and these are Steely wheels as well. So these are two wheels that are being allowed. And then I'm going to allow the 1/8 narrow insert. So you could use inserts on this, the narrow rib, the narrow insert 1/8. So this is for 1/8 axle, and that's a CBD 1600. And then I'm going to also allow the CBD 1650, which is a narrow insert wheel, but these are deep inserts actually. So I'm just throwing these in there because I figured to give people a little bit more of an option. And then also I'm allowing the big tires in the back as well, because it seems like people like that option. I'm just giving plenty of options of wheels here, which are the CBD 1610 1/8, and these are the very wide tires, the widest that the CB design makes. Now the tires for this, of course, are the PGD 27 178, and then we have the PGD 26 125, and then the PGT 26 128. So these three tires are allowed, and they should fit all these wheels. As you can see here, here's a CBD 1600 and a 26 125 tire that I already trued. I took these off of this car originally and put a little bit wider ones in the front. So it gives you a little option if you want to, run something a little bit wider in the front. And of course, this is the Steely wheel, the 3/32 CBD 0690 wheel. So, and these tires will basically fit all these wheels here that you see. So, with the exception of the real wide one, which is the 27178 on the CBD 1610s. Remember that. So these are the wheels and tires we're allowing. Of course, we talked about gearing. Now for motors, we're going to only allow the Predator long can 17,500 motor. So this is the only motor that we are allowing for this, because we found that this one, during the running of the cars last year with Frank and everything, we found this was the perfect motor all around for running these cars. So this is the only motor allowed this year, which is the 17,500 long can motor. Now we run everything at 10 volts here. Probably during time trials, doing a time or fast lap, we'll do 12 volts. So that's basically how we've been running it. So there's your tires and wheel selections, your axles, your your gears, your pinions, obviously, 9.2, 10.2, whatever you want to do, as long as they're brass, and they obviously 2.2 millimeters for the shaft of that motor. And then your guide tongue and your motor bracket, they're all right here. The materials you could use, piano wire, brass, and the model kits are available. Now I'm really looking forward to this one. And again, if you want to make a vintage midget looking vintage midget, that's fine. And if you wanted a theme one, that's also good. We're going to do that, allow that for this proxy. So if you have any questions, you can email me at slingshotslots@gmail.com. And I hope I've covered everything, and I hope to see you here at the hangar with some midgets. I'm really looking forward to December, so you guys got a lot of time to get this all together. Again, thanks again. You always take care and have fun racing.